Today's XRP update is a little different because we're looking at three separate views of the market, and together they tell an interesting story. The first chart shows the exact moment the XRP AI agent generated a SELL XRP instruction. At that point, the portfolio was holding 100% XRP, and the agent determined that market conditions no longer justified maintaining that exposure. The projected bear cross remained active, confidence stayed relatively low at 55%, the regime remained bearish, and the 4MA and linear regression slope continued to point lower. As a result, the agent issued a SELL XRP signal and exited the position. The second chart shows what happened immediately afterward. Once the sell order was completed, the agent updated its instructions and changed from SELL XRP to HOLD. This is an important point for viewers to understand. A hold signal does not always mean hold XRP. A hold signal means hold the current position. Because the portfolio has already moved into USDC, the agent is now instructing us to hold the stablecoin position and wait for the next high probability opportunity. The portfolio is now 100% USDC and 0% XRP. The cycle model still places XRP inside the 0.6 transition window, which has historically been one of the more volatile sections of the cycle. The projected bear cross remains active, and the agent continues to classify the current edge as weak, rather than high confidence. Now let's bring in the third chart. The third chart comes from a completely separate infinity signal indicator. Unlike the agent, which is designed to actively manage positions, this indicator is designed to identify long-term value zones, trend confirmation zones, and potential risk zones that often develop near major tops and bottoms. What's interesting is that this indicator is not currently issuing a buy signal or a sell signal. The market state is neutral. Market pressure is neutral. The buy score is 0 out of 4. The sell score is also 0 out of 4. The final instruction from the indicator is simply wait for alignment. At first glance, some viewers may think the agent and the infinity signal indicator are disagreeing. But when we look closer, they are actually telling a very similar story. The agent is saying that short-term conditions have weakened enough to justify moving into a defensive position. The infinity signal indicator is saying that long-term conditions have not yet aligned strongly enough to justify a new buy position. In other words, neither system is telling us to aggressively buy XRP right now. The agent has already reduced risk. The infinity signal indicator is telling us to remain patient. What makes this especially interesting is the hodler mode reading on the infinity signal table. The indicator still classifies current prices as a cost average down value area rather than an overheated market. That means the longer-term framework does not view XRP as excessively expensive. However, it also does not see enough confirmation to trigger a high-conviction accumulation signal. This creates a situation where the short-term and long-term systems are not perfectly aligned, but they are not fighting each other either. The agent is focused on protecting capital during a potentially weakening phase. The infinity signal indicator is focused on waiting for a stronger opportunity to develop. Together, they are essentially delivering the same message: stay patient, stay disciplined, wait for alignment. For now, the portfolio remains 100% USDC. The agent remains on hold. The projected bear cross remains active. And the infinity signal indicator continues to wait for stronger evidence before issuing a new directional signal. As always, these videos are updated daily with AI agent forecasts and infinity signal interpretations. If you enjoy this style of analysis, be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and follow along as we continue documenting the agent's real-world decision-making process. This is not trading advice. Always do your own research. The infinity signal, trading the future.